Hello guys, my name is Neno.
Name is Thai.
We're gonna teach you guys about arithmetic and geometric sequence.
So, my name is Thai and today I'm going to teach you arithmetic sequence. So, basically, the first thing that you all need to know is what is sequence. So, sequence is a set of things or numbers that are in a special order. I will give you an example of sequence. Yep, this is an example of the sequence as it is in a special order. I will give you one more example as well. So, this is another example of the sequence as it is in order. Like the difference between this one is 2 and this is 2. This is 2. This is 2. This is a sequence. Also, I will give you an example of the a counter example of the sequence. Okay, this is a counter example of sequence as it is not in order. As you can see, this is 1. The difference between the first number, the second number, and the difference between this one is 5, and then it's 2, and then it's 1. That's not in order. Okay, so this is more counter examples of the sequence. As you can see for the first one, the difference between each numbers or each term is not the same. Like for example, number 1 and number 4, the difference is 3, and 4 and 5, the difference is 1. 5, 6, the difference is 1. However, 6 and 8, the difference is 2, which means that the difference between each term is not the same for the rest of the sequence, so therefore it is not a sequence. Okay, so in an arithmetic sequence, the difference between one term and the second term is constant. So example like this one, the difference between the first and the second term is 2, and it will continue be 2 for the rest of the sequence. That is what arithmetic sequence look like. Okay, as you can see, the difference between the first term and the second term is constant. The second term and the third term is constant. The difference between these is 2 and 2 and 2. Plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is in our arithmetic sequence, the difference will continue to be the same number for the rest of the sequence. So these are the examples of arithmetic sequence. So the first one, it is an arithmetic sequence because of the ratio or the difference between each term is a constant. For example, the number 1 and the number 3 in the first sequence, the difference between these two terms is 2, and for the number 3 and the number 5, the difference is also 2, and it continues to be 2 for the rest of the sequence, which we can conclude that this is also one of the arithmetic sequence. Next, I'm going to teach you the formula in which we will tell you the number on that term that you want to know. So you can use this formula in order to find the number you want to know on that term. So an is the number you want to know on that term. N is the number of the term. Don't be confused between an and n though. And d is the difference between each term of the sequence. So we want to know the 12th term of this sequence. All we have to do is that we just need to find the variables in which it fits into the formula. So we know that the difference is 7 according to the question. We also know A1, which is the first term, that it is 4. We also know N, which is 12 because it is the number of the term that we want to find. Then just substitute those variables into the formula. So we want to find A12. Therefore, A12 equals A1, which is 4 plus N minus 1, which is 12 minus 1. And then multiply 12 minus 1 by the difference, which is 7. So we will get 4 plus 11 times 7, which is 81. So the answer from this question is B.
To start off, I would like to teach you guys about geometric sequence. What is geometric sequence? Geometric sequence is a term multiplied by a constant. Let me give you guys some examples. As you can see, this is an example of geometric sequence. The first term is 1, second term is 2, and the third term is 4. As you can see, it is multiplied by 2. In general, we usually write our sequence in a form that will look like this. The letter A stands for the first term, and the R is the constant being multiplied to our number, and it keeps multiplying, so the power keeps adding up as we continue the sequence. But be careful, R should not be 0 because this would not make this set of numbers a geometric sequence.
Okay now guys, so if you guys are curious about example of geometric sequence, I'll give you a set of numbers 2, 6, 18 and 54. This is an example of geometric sequence since these numbers are multiplied by the same constant. For the first one, number 2, we multiply by 3 and we keep doing this and you see that it will match our sequence.
To calculate any term for this sequence, we have a formula that we will show you. Okay, this is the formula that I was talking about. The reason that we use this formula, the n minus 1, is because that when in the first term, we want it to be 0, so the first number will not change. If you want to find the third term and the first number is 10 and the common ratio is 3. What will be the third number in the sequence? So we just plug it in the formula to look at. Okay, now we get our third term in the sequence. This is how we use the formula.
Okay, so thank you for you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot from this video.
And if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to ask us anytime or ask Miss Yu or any math teacher in the school.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
For more information, you can visit these websites They will provide you questions so you guys can practice and more explanation for you to understand more about both geometric and arithmetic sequence.